on live, then I guess we're not changing no picture. That's alright, we can change it later on. Sorry guys for the bad picture. But first, what I usually like to do is I like to dry them off, like I said, to get all the nastiness off of it. And it's not really supposed to be nasty, but the water, it helps for them to sit in the mouth better when they are dry. But once again, for people who haven't saw it yesterday, here is my new set. Well, part of my new set. My bottoms are over here beside me. And these are from Affordable Dentures, and these are the Economy Plus. I was going to go with the best that they had, but, you know, these were just on the cheaper side. I mean, they still weren't even really that cheap. They were in the 1,000 range.
Good.
But she did give a deal for them. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to clean out all that stuff that's still in there a little bit from last night. Well, this morning. Try to make sure all that nastiness is gone. All right. Now, here is my set from Affordable Dentures. You can probably tell that one of my teeth are probably a little bit crooked. You might not be able to, but
Cookie.
they are. And if y'all missed it yesterday, y'all can go back and see that video. And it shows my other set of dentures, my old set. But I no longer have my real teeth on the bottom anymore, so I can't really use those like I would like to sometimes, because I just don't have those teeth for them to hold on to anymore. Okay. And then this is the one that I actually like, which is the Polygrip Cushioning Comfort, which is what I'm usually using. But it doesn't really hold my bottoms and stuff on there very great. So I went yesterday and got some Fix-A-Dent, the Fresh Mint, because I like the taste, you know. It's pretty disgusting. Which is down here. So if I can get it. Alright, there's one. I'm about to show y'all here in a second, so please don't get mad because I'm not showing you guys. I promise I'm going to show it. Alright, and one more, I believe it says on the thing. So, oh, that was a long one too. That's okay. We're not doing anything fancy, it's just going in our mouth. Alright, and so I can show y'all the tube of how it does not take a lot at all. You can tell, still almost a full tube. So it does not take a lot. And then just 3, you probably can't really see that great. One side's a little bit longer on this side, which I didn't mean to do. So it's probably a little bit too much, but for the bottoms, it'll work. Alright, and stay on firmly. And that usually only takes just like a couple of seconds, and it's usually pretty good. Like right now, they're alright. If I mess with them, they'll probably go somewhere. But once they finally dry up, I don't think they're going anywhere. Yesterday, when I tried to take my tops out, oh my god, that stuff was stuck, you guys. It was almost in there for the rest of the night. But, alright. Now the top part, we're just going to go all the way around. And then we're going to put 2 small little dashes, kind of like an equal sign, on the palette. And once again, it still does not take a lot. As you can see, still almost a full tube, so it doesn't take a lot. If it's oozing, like I said yesterday, then you're using too much. But, oh, before I put it in my mouth, basically like a smiley face, pretty much. And then the same thing. So this time you can kind of use your teeth to hold it together. And there we go. So that's still not quite dry all the way, but you see how they're not really moving anywhere. Like I said, the bottom usually takes a little bit longer to dry because it doesn't really have much to hold on to down here. I didn't really believe my there's not really any suction down here, and you don't really have any for it to hold on to, so it's a bit harder for your bottoms, kind of. I mean, not everybody, I think, has had that problem, but I have. And I've heard a lot of people do have the problems with the bottoms, but the tops, they work just fine there. They got the suctions on the top because of your palette right there, so it's easier for it to stay in. Like right now, I probably don't even need to use the adhesive on the top, but since I plan to eat with them, I think I want to use the adhesive because if not, it's going to kind of hurt. Um, I suggest when eating things that you kind of cut it up into smaller bites just because it's easier. Um, when it's bigger bites, it tends to like, I don't know, it kind of comes up on one side, especially if you're not chewing on both sides. It'll pop up on one side and that'll kind of hurt. So I prefer adhesive when, especially if I'm going to be eating stuff. If I'm not going to be eating stuff and I'm just putting them in for a few minutes or something like that, then I don't use adhesive on them because I'm just going to take them right back out. But I've been trying to get used to them because I am one of those people that keep them beside my bedside table. Not necessarily my bedside, but y'all know what I'm saying. Um, I am one of those people that don't keep them in, although they look a lot better with them in my face. It's just I'm not used to it. 2 years of used to having nothing in my mouth, so it's a little bit different because my mouth is fuller. It feels fuller. It's just a different feeling for me. Um, for the most part, I don't really notice that they're in there until like I click them together or something and I hear them. Because you can kind of hear that kind of click, 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 click. It's like, what is that? Oh, it's my teeth are chattering together. Oh, and I'll go ahead and show y'all my toothbrush because it is a little bit different from the regular toothbrushes. So I use this side, of course, for my teeth area. I don't scrub it that hard because you know you're not really supposed to use these for the teeth area because they're kind of a little bit hard. So I like to use this side a little bit more when it comes to the teeth because it has softer bristles. And this one also has the little thing right here where you can clean in between your teeth. So I like that one. My last one didn't have that. So I thought that was pretty cool. And I got a pretty little green one. I mean, I was going to grab the pink one that was right on top, but I'm like, let me see if they got any different colors, like a regular toothbrush. And they did. So I went with green because it's my favorite color. Y'all would assume pink would be, but it's green. um, Coughing and stuff like that seems a little bit difficult. Like it kind of stuff kind of gets trapped up underneath your teeth and shit like that.
Saying shit.
Yeah, the cushioning comfort does not really seal out anything. And I think that was my biggest problem when I was eating. All my food was getting trapped up underneath. And usually, when the food gets trapped up underneath, that kind of makes this uncomfortable feeling. So I switched from that to the Fixident, and it seals off from where the food and stuff gets up underneath it. So that helped a lot more. Um, I also like the taste a lot better than the other one because the other one doesn't really have a taste. It tastes like glue, basically, or what you assume glue would taste like. Because I'm not a glue eater. I've never been, so I don't know what glue tastes like, but
No, it smells like.
or what it smells like.
Well,
But
you know what it
oh, I
smells
know what it smells like, but not what it tastes like. And this is kind of what it tastes like, I guess.
It's what it smells like. And
So
smells.
I went ahead and went with the fresh mint because I like fan. So I do wish they had some different flavors, like I don't know, like a cherry flavor or something, but sadly they don't. At least if they do, I don't know about it.
You kind of are a mint fan. You even York peppermint.
Oh yeah, I guess I kind of am a mint fan. I like the York patties and stuff like that, but not necessarily like a huge fan. Like I like it all the time, but when it comes to adhesives and stuff like that, I much prefer the fresh mint. And also, it gives me that sense of normalcy, kind of. It just makes me feel like I have that fresh breath, like my teeth are clean. It just makes my mouth feel fresh. So it does its job, I guess. Yes, I do. I know some of y'all don't even know, but yes, I wear dentures. No, it's not drug related for people start asking that a lot of it has to do with drug stuff, but mine does not. Mine is from not taking care of them properly. And also because I have a seizure disorder and constantly grinded them together. And my medications would cause breakage from the inside out. So rather than the dentist removing like 2 to 3 at a time every single time I went in, I just went ahead and got him to go ahead and remove them. But I'm tired of the pain, tired of dealing with it, so go ahead and take them out. And at first, he didn't want to take out the both sets. He didn't want to take out top and bottom just because he didn't think that I would be able to handle it or I would like it at that time, which I agreed. I think it was better to do the top and then the bottom, or vice versa, the bottom and then the top, whichever. But I preferred it that way rather than I'm taking everything out of my mouth at the same time. It just got me a little bit more used to it faster. And I ended up taking mine out first. I'm reading a comment. Sorry, you guys. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you guys. Like I said, the food getting stuck in there and trapped in there, that does happen, and it makes it uncomfortable for sure. But when you get used to eating with them in, I know it's a little bit different because usually when you got your normal teeth, you're used to kind of eating from the front or wherever, basically. But instead, when you got your dentures, you kind of got to chew from the side, kind of. So it's a lot different.
Cookie.
So I get where you're coming from, where it can be totally different. That's why I stopped wearing mine. However, since I'm about to start going to school next week, I want to learn to keep them in my face because if not, I'm going to get made fun of. It's just, it is what it is. It's going to happen because normal people, they have teeth in their mouth. It's just not normal for people not to wear teeth. Well, not wear teeth, but have teeth. So I can understand where they're coming from too. Can I see that lighter when you get a chance, please? And I'll definitely give them a try, for real. Mm. I do kind of find smoking a little bit more on the difficult side too with them in. Oh, and I don't recommend either because I don't think you're supposed to smoke with your dentures just because they can stain the same as your teeth can. But I'm a smoker. It's just what I do. At least if you're going to make sure to keep them clean and stuff. Because as far as them turning yellow or anything like that, I haven't had any issues. But like I said, I haven't really been wearing mine like that either. So I don't really know. And I do not keep mine in a denture tub. I did think about one, but it's just a waste of money. I got a jar over here that I just used one of these cotton candy jars, and I got the water filled up to about right here. Only because I got two sets in there. I don't just have just the ones I got in my mouth in. Y'all can probably tell that there's some in there right now. But just so they don't crack and dry out and all that, I make sure to keep them in here. And I got a lid, so you know, lid's not necessary, but it is. And like I said, make sure when you're putting them in your mouth that they're clean, as clean as they can be, because you're putting them in your mouth. So it builds up a lot of bacteria and stuff, and you don't want all that nastiness in your mouth. It's gross. You don't want it. Especially if you're already dealing with troubles inside of your mouth anyway. You don't want to deal with more of that. It's not what you're wanting. And I also talk to myself about this stuff too because I got a bad habit of not doing it either. So when you go to put your every time I go to put my teeth in, I make sure that they're clean. But I don't every single and that's what will get you is when you're not doing it every single time that you're putting them in your mouth. That's what you want to do. You want to make sure they're clean. Toothpaste, you're not supposed to use toothpaste on dentures. They recommend dish soap, and I recommend Dawn dish soap just because it's not harsh and it gets stuff clean. And everybody usually suggests Dawn, so why not? I like the original just because it doesn't have any added scents and stuff like that. But, oh yeah, I forgot. Yes, well, I didn't really forget yesterday, but our dog is going blind in one eye, so there's that also. Um, she does seem to be doing a little bit better today since we've got the antibiotic drops from the vet. But he wants to see her back Wednesday. So I think when we go back Wednesday, he's going to say that things are going a little bit better. At least I hope. Because now she's starting to act a little bit better and stuff like that, and it's starting to get a little bit less foggy. Um, she is still having trouble seeing out of it. When she goes walking and stuff, she's got to stay on your heel because if not, she can't see that far. She can't see out of one of her eyeballs, so it makes it harder for her. She can still see out of one of her eyes. It's weird. I mean, I kind of get it but mine's different because mine's blurry on one side, not I'm blind in one eye and I got one good eye, but I do have one good eye and one bad eye, so I guess I kind of get it. It can make you feel weird, like you're off centered or something. But all right, you guys, I'm not gonna keep y'all on here too long because I already discussed what we were going to talk about. I am going to show y'all one more time since my teeth had enough time to dry up of how well that they sit in there. So, there's my bottom ones. They're not really budging right now. And here's my tops, which are on there pretty good. So, it did exactly what I wanted it to because the polygrip did not really do that. I mean, it was holding them on there, but barely. So I'm proud of the Fixident, and I think I'm going to start using the Fixident. Although the Polygrip is my favorite, it will always be my favorite, I guess, because it's got that cushion grip stuff on there, so it makes it feel cushiony. And the Fixident doesn't really have that, so it just feels the same. But honestly, I can't tell that they're my dentures right now. So that's good. That kind of feel like my normal set of teeth right now, which is once again, that's good. That means that I'm getting used to it. I could have gotten used to it a lot faster by doing like my dentist said and keeping them in the first week. But I did not do that and I chose to keep them in the jar, like I said. And that resulted in me not getting used to them for quite some time, like 2 years now. And I'm still not used to eating with them or anything like that. So there's that. I ate some crackers yesterday, but crackers are pretty easy because they kind of get soggy in your mouth. So that's a little bit unfair. It's a little bit unfair. Next time I'll try to find a little bit something better to eat for you guys. Um, like later on for you or something. But all right, I wasn't talking about you, Facebook, or I didn't mean to make you disappear.